All right, Simon Head for MMA Junkie, and joining me is the one atomweight world champion, Angela Lee. Angela, how are things over there, first of all?
Thank you so much for having me. Things are great over here. Um, we have a lot of time in our hands, so we've been staying busy, training, but of course, starting new projects up as well.
And it's been a crazy ride with one championship for both you and your brother. I mean, it's coming out of almost a home gym and becoming a global superstar. And holding world titles. How special was it that Tokyo show where you defended your title in the main event and Christian then captured the Grand Prix title on the same night? That must have been pretty special for you both.
Definitely. I don't think we're going to be able to top that event. It was truly a special moment for not just Christian and myself, but for our family as well, and for everyone to just be there together and witness that was just so special. Man, it seems like forever ago, but it was just a few months.
It's crazy. A lot has changed since then. A lot has changed. I mean, in terms of the pair of, both of you are now main event stars for one championship. You're both holding championship gold right now. But how much harder was it, if at all, for you both to be fighting on the same card? I know you're both heavily involved in each other's fight preparations, and I know you quite often corner each other as well. So when you're both on the same fight card, obviously the preparation side, I guess it might help because you're both training on the same timeline. But on the actual fight week itself, how much harder is it for the pair of you?
Honestly, it's getting more and more difficult. Christian and I, we're used to competing with each other. We have been ever since we were small, but now that it's on a much bigger scale, we're both world champions, and each fight will be a world championship title defense. It's getting a little bit more difficult, more stressful. Our last fight in October, we had to, really talk it over with our family and see if it was something we were able to do. And luckily, with the amount of fights in between myself and Christian, we were able to do it. But it was still pretty close. But yeah, we love fighting with each other. It's when it's good and when we both win, it's great. But sometimes it's just a bit stressful.
Yeah, I can understand. I can understand. Now, given that you guys come out of Hawaii, and you're all based in Hawaii, and you then go all the way over to the other side of the world to fight. How was it that you ended up over there fighting for one rather than maybe signing for a US-based organization, for example? What was the thought process that led to you both signing for one championship? And you both did it as teenagers as well.
Yeah, actually, the crazy thing is that one championship, so they're based in Singapore, and my dad, he was born in Singapore, and that's where we have so much of our family. So, it was kind of a weird coincidence that the opportunity, arose for us to, join one championship and fight for them under their organization. And it turned out, to be just an incredible blessing and a great choice for the both of us.
Yeah, and you've had that atomweight championship belt for a while now, and I know you sort of dabble with the strawweight division. Is that still something that you're keen to sort of go back? Is there unfinished business there, or are you looking now to sort of focus on the division where you're currently holding that championship gold?
You know what? I have to say the strawweight title is still stuck in my mind, and it's a goal that I will not stop chasing after. I feel like I can manage both divisions. I feel like, for my size, I fit well in both divisions as well. So, hopefully after this all passes, that'll be my next goal.
Awesome. And in terms of the atomweight division, it looks like you've got a new crop of contenders sort of coming up. I know you had that lengthy rivalry with Mai Yamaguchi and two great fights with her. But it looks like you've got a new crop of contenders coming up now. You've got Denise Zamboanga. Looks like she might potentially be next to atomweight. You've got a lot of hype with Stamp Fairtex since she's moved across. I know that one are probably going to be pretty keen to move her up the ladder as quickly as possible. And you got Itsuki Hirata as well from Japan, who is still also quite new, but there's a lot of hype behind her as well. I mean, who do you think are going to be your main challenges at atomweight, maybe in the next 12 to 18 months, do you think?
You know, I think all of those girls that you list are definitely worthy contenders in the atomweight division. And although there's no official ranking right now, I do see them as you know, the top contenders. I've definitely been watching them, and I'm just staying ready for whoever One Championship chooses to throw next at me.
And One has really sort of started to expand their global footprint now. I know they're starting to pick up some big name free agency signings. You know, Eddie Alvarez, Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson, even Sage Northcutt's gone over there and is doing stuff for you guys at One now. The next step, I guess, is for One to come over to the States and hold a One Championship event on US soil. I mean, how far away do you think we are from that? And also, how much would it mean to you to play a starring role on a show for One Championship on US soil one day?
You know what? I think 2020 was the year that One wanted to break into the US market. And so, you know, we're right on the cusp. And for me to be on one of the US shows would be awesome. I'll be definitely putting my name in you know, for that show. And yeah, I can't wait. You know, it's a whole new market. We're going to be grabbing a whole lot, you know, more fight fans. And I think the people in the US are gonna love One Championship show.
Awesome. And I can't let you go without asking you. I know you and your other half, Bruno Pucci, also a One Championship fighter, teased that you've got a big announcement to make. I mean, is it something you can share with us right now? What's happening in your lives right now?
For sure. So my husband and I, we're going to be opening up a sister school to our main branch, which is United MMA, and it's going to be called United BJJ Hawaii, and it's going to be primarily grappling based. We're going to have gi and no gi classes. So it's a really fun and exciting project that we're able to work on right now, and hopefully get it up and running as soon as possible.